hi. You're taking my makeup off. Okay, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa, and this is The Girl Meets Yarn, episode 16, and this is Mimi. Okay, so welcome back. It's February 13, 2019. This is the third time I record this episode. First time I deleted it by error. Second time we had an issue here, and then this is the third time because one of the issues that happened on the second time is that Gringo needed to go potty. So I really admire how selfish dogs are. They're just dogs and they need to go potty right now, and you have to go and take them. If not, be prepared. Anyway, and yeah, I was like, dude, and he was like, I need to go potty. Anyway, so my name on sorry. My Instagram handle is mablue_123. You want to find me and follow me there. And on Ravelry is Lisa Lugo. And I have to make a disclaimer, I don't have like a knitting Instagram and a personal Instagram. Everything is the same. I'm sorry. Yes, I am really bad on my Instagram. So if you're not into foul language or into petty shit, don't follow me. Thank you. Anyway, so so it's been Snowmageddon. If you don't know, if you have not watched the news, Seattle got more inches of snow on a day than the average they get. So I think the average is 6, and we got 8 inches or 10 inches one day. It's been a hot mess. So the big snowstorm happened this weekend. It started on Friday and extended to Saturday. Saturday was a little bit nice. Sunday came back again till Monday when it changed to rain. Now we're into rain and cloudiness. I don't mind at all. But we are, at least for now, without any more snow chances. I think that vortex, whatever, that Arctic vortex is the name, just move and push cold air to this area. So instead of getting rain, we were getting hammered with snow. It was bad. Anyway, so it's been quite some 10 days because we had some snow the week before, and then this week we got really hammered. So yes, we are all a little bit exhausted from having our kids in our house. I think still classes are canceled, so they have had a bunch of snow days. So yes, moms, I get it. It's exhausting. So yeah, I had my husband here for the weekends, and he was very ready to go back to work because he knows when he's here, he needs to follow my rules. He needs to exercise with me. So he was nodding to it. He was like, I'm going, I'll go work. I need to work, you know, anyway, whatever. So he's out. So last time we talked, I said that I was going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to go ahead and push that to the next one, to episode 17. And the giveaway is for my anniversary. I have my first anniversary past, it was January 31st. So it was, you know, just a thank you for you guys following along. It was going to be that giveaway, and I'm going to push it to next time because I am making something from scratch for you guys. It's really nice, really cute, but I'm missing one thing, and I didn't want to brave the roads and get out of here and get in a wreck, or you know, things were closed too. That was another one big thing. Everything was closed. So I am not done, but it's really cute thing that I'm making. And I'm gonna say I'm making a bag. Is I'm gonna do 2. So I'm gonna have 2 giveaways. I'm gonna have one on YouTube and I'm gonna have one on Instagram. You know, it's so you have 2 chances to win the bag that I'm making, and I will have to say it's really cute. Anyway, so yes, I didn't want to like show half of an object if I'm not done. So yes, I am so excited. So we'll, I'm showing an FO. Okay, so I'm gonna push that to the next episode. So let's get started. I have some FOs, one whip. I'm going to talk just about one because it's the only one that I've been giving my attention to, and then I have some sewing, and that is a long episode. So if you're not into it, I'm going to put timestamps on the description box below, so you can just click and it will take you there. But if you are into sewing or you're starting to think that you may want to do some sewing, I have some patterns for you that are a little bit beginner friendly. Okay, so let's get started. Object I want to talk about is very ironic that I finished this because I showed this once on episode 1, and it's the Underwit Mittens by Erica Husser. And I showed this mittens on the first episode. I was done with the first one and I was pretty much here. Then I lost steam on them and I was not any way or form attracted to them because I didn't know how to fix the cuff on the first one. It was really big and it's still a little bit wider than I wanted it, but I did fix it. You have no idea. But anyway, so these were lost. They were lost in translation. I know where they were. They were in a box on my storage unit downstairs. So I found them with a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to talk probably later or maybe on the next episodes, because I found a bunch of stuff that I need to frog out. Anyway, so back into this ones. I was on the second one right here and I was just like, oh my god, I need to finish this up because I need them for Snowmageddon. And I did finish them up, but when I look at them, I thought, what perfect gift for my daughter for Valentine's Day than the mitts. So I'm going to go ahead and give this ones for her. And the width of the mitts are too big for me, so I think I'm going to go ahead and give them to her because she has wider hands than I do. So I think for her it's going to be perfect. They're not blocked. I'm not going to block them up. I don't have a blocker for them, so I don't know how to work with this. If you have any suggestion for me, just let me know. And yes, so I'm going to talk about the yarn because we have not talked about this for a year. So here we are. I use the Juniper Moon yarn. This is a light fingering to fingering weight. It's alpaca, and this is in the color Monterey Bay. It's like a medium gray, I would say. And then I have Villa Blanca, which is the same yarn but just the very white one, and in all its glory. It's beautiful. So here's the combination. And here is the mitts. So yes, I know you noticed. Right way to do that duplicate stitch, wrong way to do the duplicate stitch. That's why Stella's getting them, because she's gonna lose them. Anyway, so yes, so I noticed these were too wide for me. But when I was using an Addy US ones, and when I put it back into the baggie that the needles comes in, it says that it was a 1.5. So I went ahead, and I'm not gonna talk, well, I'm gonna talk about it because I'm just talking about it, but I started a second one, and I went and I did get out 1 instead of 1.5, so just to make it snugger and smaller for me. Anyway, so the other color that I use for the duplicate stitch is this one, but I don't have any information about it. It was gifted to me, and I don't, it's just like a very vibrant ochre, or what is this color, chartreusey green. So very pretty, really, really pretty. Anyway, so yes, underwood mitts, I didn't do any alterations whatsoever. I just did a very bad job with the duplicate stitch because I was doing them kind of like cross stitch away, and yeah, they look horrible. Oh, there we go. So here is, wait up, because I don't know now. Okay, here is the right way. Here's the right way, and then this is the cross stitch way. It doesn't work. So anyway, so yeah, so pretty. And then again, I started mine with a small needle, and I used that yarn that I use for the Nordiska and some white that I have. So yeah, keeping the same, you know, gray thing going. So first FO. Second FO are my Selbo mittens by Skin Your Knits, and this I think, I don't know, because she put this pattern for it was like a bundle of 6 designs. She was going to put a design per month, and then after I knit along, we were going to have 6 pairs of mittens, or I do have 6 patterns because I have not done any more than this one. I think I finished this one last time, and she suggests a size 7 needle and 8 for the body, and I use this Elet Lopi yarn that I got, and I don't have any numbers for it. I think I talked about this. I took a black and white photo of it, and there was enough contrast, so you can see there is very nice contrast, and it's not black and white. So anyway, so when I did the first one, I used a size 7. It felt good, and then I forgot that I have to change the needle, and I think I went and I noticed right here. So this one is really snug on the wrist, which it works for me because I have really like skinny wrists. And then I went and I finished it up, really simple, and I switched to a size 8. This is the first one. But on the second one, I noticed that you do the rib, and then you change when you start the color work part. You switch to a size 8, and I was not, you know, like switching needles and adding stitches. It was just like too much for me. So what I did 1 more row on the size, switching the needles, and then I went ahead and started with the color work. So I have like 1 more row on this one, and it definitely, you can tell I have 1 more row. But you also have one hand bigger than the other, and thank God I am right-handed, so my right hand is stronger and bigger. Anyway, so there you go, super convenient. I finished them for a reason, because I needed them for Snowmageddon 2019 Seattle, and I survived with them on. I have used it twice, and then I said that I was going to pick Gringo's shenanigans with this, and I had to say I have to take my gloves off to pick anything that he drops on the ground, because those damn bags, those doggy bags, they're never, oh, I don't know, I'm always like screaming whenever I have to like open those bags. They just like stick to each, I don't know, it's just like a hot mess. I never can open those up. But yes, super tight. I really like this fit than this one, but it will do. Anyway, so yes, second FO, and then third FO is the Perth cardigan by Goodnight Day is her Instagram handle, and her name is Tara Lynn Morrison. So I will put the name down here. She has this ebook. I think I talk about it. It's an ebook or a book. You can buy either or both. I think I bought the ebook. I wanted the book. Anyway, so I was doing this one because a friend of mine was learning how to knit, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for you, Joanna. I'm so sorry. But I am so excited that I am done with this cardigan, and I am so excited that I'm going to use it today. Anyway, or maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to go visit my daughter for Valentine's Day. She's my Valentine. Anyway, so I love this cardigan. I use the wool from We Are Knitters, and I got that yarn on a kit, and I didn't want to finish what I was doing, unravel it, and I have four balls, and I use 4 balls for this sweater. If you are going to follow the instructions to the dots like I did. Okay, so this pattern, use 3 needles. You need a size US 13, US 15, and US 19. And I have to say, I thought it was going to be so easy to knit on a US 19 needle. It's horrible, okay? My hands were hurting. I was like this at the end because it's so big. It's huge anyway. But the final product is amazing. I wish I had those like in you know, like some nice addies or metal to make it glide more, but I had wood needles. It was a hot mess. I used wood needles. I used the what is it called, the licky ones, 13 and 15, and then 19 I used one from Hobby Lobby. Okay, what I have to say about this, I love it. I love the design. However, if I was going to do it again, I will do this modifications, okay? So this is a one size pattern, one size fits all pattern, and I think it's customizable, and she talks about it. So if I was going to do it again, instead of doing like C number of stitches before I separate for the sleeves, I will go 2 stitches less. So instead of doing, let's say, 30, which is not the case, I'm just not trying to give out the pattern, I will do 28. So you have this amount of stitches you have to have in the front, the back, and the sleeves. So I will go and I will do 1 or 2, maybe 2, because it's not too big on me, but it will really look really nice. It was like really short and really kind of like tight on, you know what I mean? Okay, let me finish with all the modification, and this is gonna make sense, okay? So I will go ahead and just separate the sleeves 2 stitches before the ones that she gives you for separation, and she has you add stitches to the side, so you keep on increasing just to have this kind of like bubble situation on your waist, and it's great. But I have a Latina body, which means thick thighs and thick hips. So for me, I don't want to bring more bulk to my widest and most awesome part of my body, which is my booty, okay? So for next time, I will go ahead and not do the increases to make it more straight, more jagged, more like Chanel, I will say, you know, that boxy. Well, it's not a, you know what I mean, you know, square, okay. Anyway, so I will not do the increases, and I will finish it up a little bit shorter. This one is hitting on my hip bones, the top of my hip bones. I'm a size medium to small, and I'm 5'4". So, and I have kind of like a short torso kind of situation. So for me, it's too long, but you know, I was just going to with the flow. I didn't want to put too much into it. So having consideration, keep on trying until it's your size, okay? So if I'm going to do it again, which I will, because I have the yarn for it, I will go ahead and whenever, with all the modifications that I have here, straight and smaller, I will go ahead and keep the whatever size you have of the sleeves, and then whenever you're gonna go into the cuff, I'm going to change for the needle that she suggests, and then I will probably decrease like 20% of the stitches. So if it's 22, what is 20%? I don't know, 4 or 5 stitches. So I'm gonna go ahead and decrease a little bit, just to have, it will be really nice to have short with the fringe tighter, and then have like a little bubble sleeve there. You know, I'm obsessed with bubble sleeves. So, and Dior talk, and he said Monsieur Dior. And yes, bubble sleeves or balloon sleeves are going to be the thing next. Anyway, so I love, because I put that out there, and I was just like, Monsieur, people were like, whatever, like, we don't wear Dior. And I'm like, no, we don't wear Dior. That's true. But high-end stuff, ready to wear, you know, Christian Dior, it goes first, and then the rest, the rest of us will keep on going, and we'll take the trends and make it affordable for us. So okay, listen to the trends. Anyway, so I finished this one and I had nothing left. It was like this tiny little piece of, and I had to make the fringes, and I was just like, oh my god. So of course, I always leave a very long tail for whenever I am incorporating a new ball into it or whatever. So I have to even cut those out to have enough for the fringe. But the fringe are everything. They are so cute, and I think you have to make the fringes to have this. Like, the cardigan it's a cardigan, you know, it's a cardigan. Anyway, so make sure that you have enough for the fringes, because it was a close call. I had like 16, you need like 20, and I was just like cutting all the ends from the inside and just adding, because it was just I needed the fringe. Anyway, so when I went to block this, so this is how I block my stuff. Okay, so I wash it, I give them a bubble bath, and I use the wool wash or whatever, and then I kind of like pick the thing, and I will just make it into a long item. So I will probably just divide it in 4 like this. If I'm going to talk about it, I will just do this with my sweater, and I will start rolling it out, and just squeezing the water out of the sweater. Of course, it's not a sweater, but I will squeeze it out, and I will put it on a pillowcase that I have especially for my wool stuff or my sweaters, and I put it on the pillowcase, and I make a knot really tight so this is not moving on the pillowcase, and I put it on my washing machine on the spin cycle. Okay, and I will just take all the excess water away, and that way I cut my blocking time like in half. But when I went to do this one, it was so thick because it absorbs so much water. You have no idea. Then when I put it on my machine was screaming. It was so loud. My husband was like, oh my God, you're gonna mess up the machine and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my, just hold it, give it a second. And then after, you know, a couple of really loud bangs, it did. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. It was like, my husband came out, you know, on his underwear, screaming about the machine, and I was just like, oh, chill, okay, like chill. So thank God, because it absorbed thank God it did finish spinning it out, because it did took all the extra water out, and I blocked this in a day. So it took me just a day with this now to block. So I make sure that when I blocked it, I make sure that all my points on the neck and on the hem were really squared, because I wanted it to have that, again, Jackie Onassis, Coco Chanel, really thick, crisp, just edging, because I didn't want to see this. So I make sure that I stretched that out, and I didn't fuss with the sleeves because they were really big already. So I will have to say this is a win. It's one of the things that you need. It's very boho chic. It's very, at the same time, it's very timeless. You will see this, you know, on my wardrobe over and over. And if I get too tired about it, I will take probably fringes away, and it will take that element out. And I think it's totally doable, because, you know, the fringe is just, you just make it like a little whatever knot on it. Anyway, so those are my FOs, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about my rings. My camera is flashing. I need battery, so I'll be back. and I am poorer because it's been, I don't know, like 3-4 hours. The sun is out, blue sky's out. It's cloudy this way, it's blue sky this way, and I went to get my daughter's her Valentine's Day gift, and I got her a gift card, some makeup, and a candle. And I went to Sephora, and if you tell me that this is gonna make me super young now that I'm empty nester, I will buy it because nobody's gonna touch my shit anymore, so I can buy whatever I want and nobody's gonna touch it. So I got this new moisturizer. Is made out of mushrooms. They try it on my hands and I was like impressed, so I was just like, I'll take it. So now nobody eats in this house because I have no money for groceries. I am not kidding. Kidding. Anyway, I'm back. So let's talk about work in progress because I think that's where I was cut off. My battery was not cooperating. It was just like a hot mess. It was super hungry, mad. Anyway, so let's talk work in progress. I'm gonna talk just about one that is the only one that I have been talking, or sorry, the only one that I've been working on, because after the Nordiska, you know, whatever, I was a little mad at myself that I didn't gay swatch, but this one I gay swatch, so I have very little progress given the fact that it's been 2 weeks, but here I am. So here is the Weekender, or my only whip that I'm going to talk about is the Weekender by Andrew Mowry. It's not a new pattern. You guys have probably seen it so many times. I decided, sorry, I lost some. So I decided that I was going to do a okay, I will put it here. Marble, hold on, like seriously. Marble, oh my gosh, okay, whatever. Anyway, so back into it. Here I am, not too much progress given the fact that it's been 2 weeks. You guys know that I whip up a sweater in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever. So I thought I was going to be probably on Sleep Island by now, but I am not. So I'm going to show the other side so you guys can see how it's looking. I'm like dropping stitches, seriously, Mary Lisa. Anyway, hold on, give me a second. Okay, so here I am. You guys know that you knit it on the right side and then you just flip it over. So, and you have this slip stitch that you just slip right on the middle, front and back, and you have this kind of like cute little detail, but I don't think you can see it too much because of course the texture takes it over, and it's so freaking cute. I cannot wait to finish this one up, and I hope I have some, hold on, I wish for next time I have more progress. Okay, so yeah, so these are the only whip that I'm going to talk about, because the other one, the Chrysacola, I have not done, not even a row since last time I talked to you guys. I lost a little bit of steam on my knitting, and it's totally okay. I will have to say it is what it is. I'm not going to get mad at me. You know, I have to make sure that whenever I feel like I'm not knitting, do something else, but do something. Anyway, okay, so let's talk sewing. So I have not talked about my capsule wardrobe for a while, for a reason. I follow the Curated Closet book, and I started with the workbook, and I noticed that there was not a lot that I needed to change. I think the changes happened last year. It was epic. I got rid of pretty much 3/4 of my wardrobe. I work in retail. I had stuff, so I got rid of a lot of things, and I make myself a capsule wardrobe, and I divided in many, you know, like 4 seasons. But then I noticed that I didn't even need to do that here, because we don't have like a very we do have summer here, but then it starts to get cold, and then you just go into, you know, like a chilly fall, but the spring is really long, or that's what I heard. So I don't think I need to change too much, so I don't have a lot to add to my wardrobe. I did have to add a lot of the Nico tops, those turtlenecks, mock neck kind of fitted shirts, and that's what I did last podcast, and I showed you guys all about that. Great pattern. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. And I found 2 more patterns that I want to get into, and I will probably get into, because I want to do a bodysuit, and I want to do just another one. Maybe I will just do the bodysuit. It's one by Closet K's pattern. So, but I have not gone there, so let's not digress. Anyway, so I noticed that this is the LB pullover by the Paper Theory. I talked about this last time. It was the first made that I did, and okay, I think I got it better now. Okay, so I noticed that I was grabbing this one a lot, and the other one that I made. I have used all the shirts that I made last time. I have used them like so much, and I'm so excited that I truly am reaching for those tops, because I did love them, and I took my time with them, found the perfect fabric, you know, perfect fit, and I wanted to make another one of this. So I went to Portugal in October 2017. We went to Spain and Portugal with my mother-in-law. And she's maybe looking at me right now because she's a very good follower. Hi, Annie. Anyway, so whenever Hurricane Maria passed by the island, I was like, come home, come here, come to the United States. We will take care of you, because they had no electricity, nothing, no water, nothing, nothing. Anyway, she said, if I'm going to leave, I want to go abroad. And abroad means she wanted to go to Europe. And I was just like, oh yeah, let's go. And yeah, let's go. I will never do that again, because it was like 2 weeks and we were on a plane to Spain and Portugal. Thank God for my husband and the fact that I didn't have any job, because I was just like, oh my God, we had such a great time. Girls trip. And one of the stops was in Lisbon, or Lisboa, how we call it in Spanish, or I think even in Portuguese. And I have to say, I wish I have prepared myself better to explore the city better, because we didn't have the best experience, and I think I need a do-over. I need to do it again. I need to, you know, just go to Portugal and just explore it from tip to tip. If that is a thing. Yeah, it's long. Anyway, so I found this fabric store, and nobody there speak any English, nobody there speak any Spanish. So I was just like, you know, trying to speak in Spanish, because they could understand, although she was not fluent, and she didn't have any, like, I would say Spanish in her. Anyway, so I found 2 fabrics, and I bought 2 fabrics, but one was this one, and this is a wool. It's just, I would say it's like soothing kind of wool, but it has this beautiful bubbles that are embroidered into the fabric, and I like it because they were very you know, they were not too grouped together. They were very sparse. Is that the word? I don't know. Anyway, so I bought a meter, because that's the only thing that I can say. I was like 1, and she was 1 meter, and I was just like C, like yes. So she went ahead and gave me a meter of this fabric, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna make this and that, or a skirt or whatever. And I always chicken out on the fact that I didn't want to use this fabric, because for me it was very special. But I noticed that for this pattern, the LB pullover, I could use this fabric, and this pattern is best when you use it with women. So what better than this beautiful shape and pattern with this beautiful fabric. And I'm not kidding, I am so pleased with how this ends up being. I love it. Nothing different to say from last time. I will have to say, if I want to do this again with the fabric similar, I will put probably like a life interfacing in this part of the mock neck, cowl neck, because I wanted it to stand up more. Right now it's just very floppy on me, just like this, not like this one, but you know, kind of like the same thing. And I really want to keep its shape a little bit, I will have to say. But nothing bad to say about the finished object. Is really pretty and I really enjoyed it. I wore it once, it was really warm, so I think this is gonna be in my wardrobe for a while. I'm really pleased with this. Okay, so I think I talked last time about canvases. I was looking for canvases to make the Persephone pants. Let me see the time, because my dogs are very demanding. When it's time for them to eat, it's eating time. I have 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna be done by that. Anyway, digressing. Anyway, so I went to Pacific Fabric to find fabric, the canvas, and I couldn't find it. And it was just like, come on, Mary Lisa, it's not so difficult. I looked inside and I saw this amazing fabric, and I'm going to just give you a little sneak peek. So it's an acrylic. You guys know that I'm not into acrylics, but it has cables and yeah, it was cables, and I don't know if this will be considered cables, but you know what I mean. I love this one. I saw it in a blue color, light gray, and then they had this color, and I was just like, give me that blush color. So a color that I really love and I want to add to my wardrobe is blush. Number one, because I think with my skin tone, it really, you know, it doesn't, I think blush is for every skin tone. I don't think there is a person that I have seen that cannot, well, maybe you're super yellow undertones, but I'm very rosy, so I think every skin tone, I think I would take that back. I'll say every skin tone will look great with blush. And there's so many different kinds of blush. So I bought a long time ago the Jara pattern from Megan Nielsen, and that pattern is really nice if you're looking for a sweatshirt but you want the most buck for the most how does that say, the more money for the more bang for your buck. I don't know, you know what I mean, like you get a lot from it. Some of these indie patterns you get really little versions of it, or maybe one view, short and long, and she gives you so many options. Okay, so she gives you a square hem, she gives you curved hemline, high and low kind of situation. She gives you a cuffed, or it's kind of like a cuff hem, and then what else, and that's it. And then she gives you two sleeve options, just one like that, like this one, just straight, and I think it's even open on the sides. And then she gives you a cuff sleeve, and then she gives you the option of you know, cuff neckline, and then a funnel neck, pretty much like this, a little bit long, higher. Yeah, it's higher. Anyway, so you can mix and match whatever you want. And then that pattern also has a version that you have a knot on the front. So I think it's square, and then you have this knot on the front. It's really, really, really cute. So I really looking forward to make the knot one. I think it will be really cute in a black or something that is more solid, although I've seen some prints on with it and they're great, although you know I am not a print girl. Anyway, so I went ahead and I got the fabric requirement for the Jara, and I made this sweater, and it's blown out by my lights. That's okay. I'm gonna insert you a video of me with it, and I will have to say I am so excited with this pattern. I am so happy. You know, how many sweatshirts can you have? Not too many. In my case, not too many, because I love sweatshirts and that's what I use all day, every day, and I love to make them, you know, a little bit more high-endy, you know, like this, or very simple, although I don't do anything simple. But I will say this one I wore the other day with some black skinnies and black booties, and it was really pretty. It was really pretty. And my hair all like, you know, out there. Where did I wear it to? Now the other day I wore it to go have some tacos because it was no Palooza, and I was just like, well, I wore it to go have some tacos. It counts as a date, okay? Anyway, so that's it. Finally, I found the fabric for the Persephone pants by Anna Allen, and I found it on Hobby Lobby, $6.99. I was just like, this is not the color that I want, but this will do. I'm gonna make a whirlpool muslin, and I sure did. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the pants. Here they are, and I'm not gonna show a video of it because I may show a picture of it because it's horrible. Anyway, so here they are, the first ones. This pattern is inspired in the 1950s in Navy, US Navy uniform that the soldiers, no, it was not Marines because they were Navy soldiers used, and it consisted of two panels, which is one from the right and then one for the left. There's two patterns, or two pieces of it, and then you have the sleeves and all that. Ooh, I blew my face on. Come on, there we go. So there's two pieces to this pattern, and then you have the pockets and whatever. But sorry, I'm overexposed. There's no way I can fix that. Anyway, so I went ahead and I cut an US size 8, and I thought it was gonna be perfect, you know, it's gonna be whatever. My measurements got me into hips on size 10 and then waist size 8. The finished measurements, although, put me in 41 inches around, and my hips are 39 and a half. But for some reason, I cannot button this thing up. So I was so mad. So many things happened to this pattern, and the most important thing that happened to this pattern is when I went ahead and I used my X-Acto buttonhole knife to open the buttonholes on the front. I cut right in the front. And I put an interface in. Don't tell me to put an interface in, because I did, and sure enough, you can see them. So I can do some mending about it, and then probably switch the buttonholes for a zipper. But I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna do that because that is too much work. Yeah, but this color is really pretty. Again, I bought 2 yards and it was $6.99. So for $14, I got, including the buttons, I got a pants. So I went ahead and went to Joann's, and I wore this one today, and I got this color canvas, and I made them again, and I made them in a size 10, and I will have to say this is not my size. This is not my size. I think I will have to do what everybody in my house, my mom, my grandmother will do, which is adjusting the pattern for yourself, or in my case, not do it again. Because you know, this pattern is for, and I will put a video of it, it's for more like an European style body, which means thin hips and thin thighs, okay? And I am Latina, and I love being Latina, which means I have thick hips and thick thighs. Thank you. Anyway, so I love my hips, I love my thigh, and I love my booty, okay? Love yourself. Anyway, so it's too big for me. On size 10 is too big. Number one, because this stretch like a motherfucker, and number two, because it's not my size. It's, I don't know. I think the problem with the first one was that I put the buttonholes wrong, and that's why it's pulling too much. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. If I will ever, which I probably will, because they're really cute. I went to Maywell and they have a bunch of these pants, the same thing. Well, they had the size seam, but they do. I don't know. Anyway, so I went to Maywell and they had a bunch of it, and somebody even asked me, "Oh, where you got those pants?" And I'm like, "I made them." Hello. Anyway, she was like, "Oh, really? You make your pants?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And my shirt. Yes, my coat. I look hideous. I will have to say, I apologize to everybody that saw me today on the University Village. It was looking so nice and it was not snowing. I decided to take my super light coat, okay? Thank God there was a parka in my car and I had to change, okay? And I look hideous. It was bad. So anyway, so size 10, not a winner too. So keeping up with the trend, I did the Philippa pants by Anna Allen. She came with this pattern. I think it was like a week. Are you done? Done being thirsty? You're a good boy. He's a loud dog. I know. We eat in 20 minutes. Okay, so I went ahead, got the pattern, and she came out with this straight leg pant, the Philippa, and she has even like a zipper expansion that you can use on both Persipone and Philippa patterns. However, I will have to say, if you are doing the zipper expansion, make sure that you move the zipper and use your common sense to place the zipper, because I follow to the dot the instructions that she gives you for this one, and you can see the zipper. However, I move the zipper 3/8 in, and then now you cannot see the zipper. So use common sense, people. Anyway, I finished this ones yesterday, and they are doing this weird V on my crotch, which means I need more space on my crotch. However, if you see this pattern is seriously a straight line from hip to your hem. There's no shaping whatsoever to give your hips any space. I'm not kidding. This is seriously as straight as they come. So you have to do all the alterations, and everything has to come from the crotch. So thank God I did them in size 10, because I'm not kidding. This is as straight as it comes. It doesn't have any kind of shaping whatsoever on the side, and I have never seen a pattern that is seriously a straight line. It's a straight line for you, but you do you. Don't take my word for it. Anyway, so that's it for today. I am going to get out and I'm going to go to the roof because the sun is out. I'm not kidding. It's out. Hold on. You see it? It's out. Yes. Anyway, so yes, I will remember. Oh, I bought the thing that I needed for the giveaway, so I'm going to just whip those out really fast. Maybe I'll do next week another episode. Anyway, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope tomorrow's St. Valentine's Day is amazing and you receive lots of hugs and kisses. Forget about gifts, and keep enjoying your knitting, being kind, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you later. Bye.